When people say half calf, they're talking about the caffeine.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was like about milk.
Oh, half of Hello, everyone out there who might be listening to this podcast called Spice Cabinet. I'm Phil Surkis, and I'm here in Dara Wilson's, I'm going to say Dara M Wilson's kitchen.
Right.
In Oakland, in a secret location, unless she wants to let you know.
No, that's okay.
It's the Allegro. And a lot of people in Oakland know the Allegro because a lot of us pass through here. Hey, Dara, how's it going?
I'm doing okay, Phil.
Yeah, I just want to welcome you to Spice Cabinet.
Oh, thank you for, welcoming me, but also welcome to you, to my home.
Yeah, I know. It's like, so you're welcoming me to your home, and I'm welcoming you into the Zoom tape, into what I call a tape recorder, which is appropriate because in this home, I see a Smith Corona typewriter.
Yes.
So
there are some old bits here.
Right away, I mean, the thing that stuck out to me, I'm going to have you, guess what spice I just saw and want to talk about? Can you?
The Himalayan pink salt.
Yes. Totally. Himalayan pink salt. And I'm reaching over and getting it. Tell me about your...
I've got like coarse kosher salt, like regular plain salt, and Himalayan fine pink salt.
Yeah.
And I use the pink salt not because I can taste a difference, but because it's pink and it makes me happy.
Yes. I think we've had a breakthrough already. It's like 90 seconds in, and there's a breakthrough. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
These spices that are kind of strewn about the counter, you haven't found a place for them yet? Because I know this is it's under sub-year you've been living here.
Sub-year. I think, so what happened was, I was, as we were talking about, not working an office job for the last year.
Yeah.
And so I cooked and I did all the things that you pay people to do because you don't have time. I had time, so I did them. I had a month where I went vegan, with in coordination with my parents. My mom decided that we should all do a month vegan.
Wow. So
then this is why there's like the flaxseed over there and the rice vinegar when I was doing
the red mill action.
Yeah. I was making my own seitan, and so I had stuff for that. Like I've got poultry seasoning, not because I was...
Wait, I kind of need to know. So your mom, where does your mom live?
Philadelphia.
In Philly.
Yeah. All
right. This seems like the reverse to me. You should be calling her saying, Mom, we should do vegan for... But she called you.
Yeah. I was at home.
How's she getting so progressive in Philly? What's going on?
She just reads a lot.
Okay.
I was home in July, and she was talking about it. She's already like mostly vegetarian, but she was roping my dad into it. And I was like, I'll do this with you guys. And
how's Dad? How did Dad take to the...
he found like a pizza that he really liked at Whole Foods or something. So he was set.
Okay.
I think they both survived fine, but my dad was definitely counting down as I was. So that's why a lot of the stuff doesn't have a place, because it's not in my normal rotation. Right. I only have it because I needed it for these special recipes.
Veganism kind of like messed up your game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it messed up my game. It messed up my gain. I gained so much weight.
Because you were like never sated, or
I was just, everything is so carby. Like unless you're just gonna eat vegetables, which like life is too short to just eat carrots.
This is making me think of like I investigated the Whole30 just because everyone and their brother and everyone's Facebook feed was talking about that for a minute.
Yeah,
I think they're still talking about it. Yeah, it's not up yet. And and I got excited for a second because I thought I could get away with that cauliflower crust pizza. It's no good. They don't like that.
I mean, I did it. Vegan for a month. Of course I made the cauliflower crust pizza.
Okay.
My home smelled like cauliflower for a week. It was rancid.
Oh, no.
I hated that
no.
smell.
Yeah.
And then the pizza was just okay. But it's like, it's okay, but it's not pizza. Because only pizza is pizza.
Only pizza is pizza. And like, if it is pizza...
Yeah. I mean, already I should have been used to it. We're in California, and I maintain there's not really any good pizza.
There's not really any good pizza, but still.
Pizza is better than cauliflower.
It's better, cauliflower
Come
pizza
on.
is not a pizza. So on the last episode, at Zara's house, I was like, right after the episode, I totally hit a wall. I don't know. I mean, in terms of like just my energy, like my breakfast was gone. Like she had like Little Star pizza. I'm not trying to call out Little Star, but like, so like I totally grubbed on it and it was delicious, but it was a casserole. It was like Chicago style. It wasn't pizza.
It's not pizza.
How can you call something that you can't pick up pizza?
If you need a fork and a knife, it's not pizza.
Oh my God. Well, actually I had it in a bowl. I was eating kind of like doggy food stuff. But I was using my fingers too. It was bad. But that story is from Milo, who's the dog who's around my foot right now.
Oh
hey
my
Milo.
gosh. Milo, who is not allowed in the kitchen, but I'm trying not to yell at him on the audio.
You can yell. I'll just like I'll duck the volume lower.
Milo, get out of here.
I'm just gonna lay some beats behind when you say that. Oh, Italian seasoning is almost like there's only like an eighth left, I think, or something.
I think because one of those vegan things I was making had a lot of Italian seasoning in it. I
And
believe.
like you would throw it on more, and it would taste more like meat.
No, you know what it actually was? I remember now. So after I did the month of vegan, I did a month of like Atkins, essentially, like super low carb to undo like a year's worth of carbs.
As a gateway
that I
back
ate.
to normal eating, or
Yeah, but I just also felt like, oh my God, I cannot eat another piece of bread. Like, what have I done to myself? I was making noodle-less lasagna.
okay,
And that takes a lot of Italian seasoning.
okay.
The noodles, instead of
Were you
noodles...
using saltines? No, I'm just kidding.
that would defeat the
Mock
purpose.
apple pie.
I was using like a mixture of cheeses that you bake in a sheet,
Okay,
and then it
that
comes...
sounds real healthy.
I am not a believer that cheese and dairy and fat is bad, and I don't want to go off on a whole thing about the sugar and bread industry and how they have sponsored studies that make people think that low fat is better for you when it is not, and it's actually super
Oh,
unhealthy
you can
for
go
you.
off because yeah, totally. You can go off on that for
So
sure.
I am like, I'm a full fat kind of person. And this, I mean, I guess you just find the studies that you like. The studies that I like show improved cholesterol and weight management and all that stuff through like eating more bacon.
I dig it. I'm getting a lot of good information. How much cooking? It sounds like you're doing a decent amount. This is like you're using the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna note that like the burners are kind of off your stove, and like there's something going on right now.
The burners are off the stove because they're in the dishwasher.
Okay. No, I'm looking at them right now.
The tins.
So you're a liar. No.
You caught me. The tins that go in each of the eyes are in the dishwasher, so the burners are off to the side.
Okay.
While the dishwasher is running. But I used to use the kitchen, and I started like a vanilla office job. Office. That just happened for some reason.
And
about 6 weeks ago.
That has you going out for Cobb salads with the crew.
They bring lunch in.
Ooh,
yeah.
fancy.
Because it's only like a 30-person startup.
Are you a coffee drinker?
I get panic attacks.
Okay, so no. I was just wondering what they're all drinking down there in that office.
They're drinking coffee out of pods, and I'm drinking black tea.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, I just had it's like one of those things where you say like, oh, I don't like this thing when you're at a restaurant and the people ignore you. Like when I'm like, can I have a decaf coffee, please? Yeah. And they're like, whatever, and give you full calf. Yeah. I just realized when people say half calf, they're talking about the caffeine.
Yeah.
But I always thought it was like about milk.
Oh, half of a calf, maybe calf size.
In my head, it was always about dairy.
Oh my
Half
God.
calf.
Half-
I
Can I
I
have
didn't
the
grow
amount
up
of
a
milk?
coffee drinker, obviously. I'm just having
my
this
God. Just
realization dawned on
It's
me.
not even a calf. Kind of like baby goat amount.
But yeah, I was on vacation with my
I
parents.
totally get that though. When you say calf, I'm picturing a calf and then making milk associations.
Right, exactly. Anyways,
Caffeine.
but who says that? What
No
is
one
that
says
even?
that. No one is like, got my cup of Joe, get a little calf. No one says that.
Nobody says that. They gave me regular coffee, and I ended up like shaking and crying at the brunch table and having to go back to my room because I can't even have half calf. Sometimes I'll have one shot of espresso in my venti chai soy latte.
Okay. I mean, no, I didn't,
But I have to drink it over a long period of time.
Yeah,
I can't pound it.
I worked in an office, as I told you a little bit earlier, I worked in an office for 20 years. I worked at the same company for 17 years.
That's insane to me.
It's insane. And I didn't drink coffee for the entire time.
Yeah.
I drank black tea, just because I would get so cracky if I had one cup.
Really?
And then, once I left that and I was just like in a more kind of creative field, whatever, I started drinking coffee, and I love it. I love it. But there's something about, I think, in an office.
In an office, it becomes a part of the routine, and
and you get, because you don't get to. I mean, you basically are drinking that cup and then sitting down and doing work,
right?
And that's a bad combination.
Right, exactly. Like if I have that venti, as I said, that venti chai with one little shot in it, and I walk around Jack London Square, then I'm
then you're
okay.
good.
And I can feel like, oh, I've got a little bit of pep.
A little bit of pep.
Yeah.
We're still in Dara M Wilson's kitchen.
The M is important.
The M is important.
Dara Wilson went to jail for beating her children.
Okay.
So I needed to distinguish myself from her.
Okay. That's
what the
fair.
M is for.
That's so Dara M Wilson, who I know as a performer. And she's also a podcaster. And she also does fabulous office work.
I'm a great marketing strategist. It's true.
And I mostly communicate with Dara through the LinkedIn messaging.
So weird.
I think we might be the only two people.
Yeah. I've never had that much conversation with anybody through LinkedIn messaging.
Yeah.
And then I looked at my phone and I was like, I have his phone number. Why are we doing this?
Peppercorn grinder. Do you have lemon pepper?
I don't. And I heard all this lemon pepper talk.
Oh my God.
I don't even think I truly know what it is. Is it a kind of pepper? I mean, does that sound like the dumbest question?
It is a kind of pepper. I think it's a spice that everyone can agree on.
Apparently.
It's the Stevie Wonder of spices.
I don't have anything against it, but it just, I didn't grow up with lemon pepper.
But no, Maya, Janelle had it, and then Zara had it, and you smell it, and it's like, this tastes like chicken without a chicken.
Oh, well, I do have poultry seasoning, which I bet has some lemon pepper in it. Okay, let's see. We got marjoram, thyme, onion, black pepper, sage, rosemary. No lemon pepper.
Okay. Well, this is just something like...
Rosemary is a favorite, though.
Oh, yes.
I love rosemary.
Yes. I love rosemary.
When I make turkey meatloaf with a lot of rosemary in it.
Oh, my God.
And like a little glaze on top of it. It's
oh, my
so
God.
good.
I'm just knowing very much that I'm hoping for an invitation one day. Because I like rosemary like so much. I used to make rosemary chicken when I grew up. Ooh. And I would just dump that shit in there. I like it. And now if wouldn't some lamb with rosemary? Are you a lamb? No.
I didn't grow up with it.
Look on your face said no.
I have had it before and been like, dang, this is good. How come I haven't? But I didn't grow up eating a lot of Mediterranean.
Everything I eat now, I did not grow up eating.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so because we live in the Bay, I grew up eating bad pizza, frozen hot dogs, and McDonald's.
Wow.
Milo's making some sounds happen that I don't know.
This is such a nightmare.
But yeah, no, everything I eat now, it's like it was.
Leave it.
The Bay Area has been my food coming of age, whatever.
Same here. I mean, I grew up just super basic. Like,
it sounds like your mom, who's coming up with the vegan ideas, sounds like she's throwing down. Is she cooking?
You know, she was doing like raw for a while too. When that was happening, she wasn't cooking because she wasn't cooking.
Right.
So I don't know. Like,
did she cook for you growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them did.
Ish.
I was really interested in that conversation that you had with Zara too about those gender roles and how things get split out.
How were the duties doled out in the Wilson household?
I mean, probably as evenly as you were going to expect in the late 80s, early 90s. But like when it came time for like, I would evenly split up, pick up and drop off from school. Yeah. But I ran track and my mom did a lot more of the travel for that. And I got not like really good, but I've made it to nationals a couple of times. So it meant there was like a lot of travel involved. And so I was like going all across the country with her with that. Which I really appreciate, but also this has nothing to do with spices, but I really regret that I ever ran track. I've got overuse injuries and a couple of like traumatic injuries so I've got chronic pain, like 1 to 10. I'm always kind of at like a 5 to 7. And it's just like, I could have been like singing and acting, and I was doing that too. But yeah, I started running and acting when I was 5.
Okay.
So I've been kind of doing them both in singing as well. So I've been doing those in parallel for X number of years. Okay.
You can bleep it out.
Yeah. But when I got to college, I could only do I could not act anymore because track took up so much of my time. Okay. So in that respect, I feel like, was it really worth it? I wasn't going to the Olympics, so like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I mean, I think, but it sounds like a very common thing. You know. Yeah. It's almost like how hardcore were your parents on your track career?
Super hardcore.
Yeah, see, that's what's pushing
super hardcore,
pushing the medical industry. All the parents. Yeah. There's this I'm just amazed at like the culture of like the soccer, all the parents, soccer moms, and soccer dads, and how hardcore. Because I have 4 nieces, and the ones that live in the suburbs, they're driving across states to go to soccer games, and not anymore because they're both in college. But but yeah, no, it's intense. It's all very, very intense. But this doesn't have to be about spices. I'm just saying. Life is spicy. Life is everywhere.
I think for me it was that. Like, I see people that I went to school with who are doing things in the entertainment industry and having success there. And I'm not, like, a jealous person, but I'm very much
That means
like,
you are.
I am not.
Okay.
Well, because I feel like jealousy is like, they shouldn't have it. I should have it. And I want them to be successful. And I'm so excited for their success. But I'm also like, why not me too? Yeah. I also want to be doing these things.
Yeah, well, that's jelly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are people who are saying the same thing about me. Right? Because like what you present on social media is like, oh, I'm doing the solo show. Like my web series, we're doing a live version for SF Sketchfest.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's like...
I'm jelly.
That's like a thing that I had aspired to, and it finally has happened, and I'm super excited about it. So I know that like, I try not to pay too much attention to those feelings of comparison because nothing is real. Yeah.
It's true. Just you're focusing on your own stuff. Yeah. And having fun where you have the fun. That sounds congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah,
I want to be there. Can I be there in the audience?
Please.
Okay.
Come be there in the audience. We need people in the audience.
I will be in the audience with lemon pepper.
just throwing lemon pepper.
I'm going to walk to the side edge of the stage and just roll that lemon pepper. It's going to roll slowly across the stage. Oh, look at this. All right. This is what it's all about. Everyone listen closely. Dara M Wilson pulled out the Tupperware, the half pint sized Tupperware container that looks like it's worn. It's been through the dishwasher, full of a red spice rub. I'm going to open the lid. Can you hear this? I like it. Tell me about this. What's going on here?
So, my father came to visit just before Father's Day this year, and I like to find things to occupy our time together. So I found a meat smoking class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the city at some like barbecue place. And so we went in and they taught us all about...
And you did it with him.
Yeah.
That's really wild.
Yeah.
And did he love it?
He loved it. Well, they give you meat at the end.
They give you smoked meat.
They give you smoked meat at the end, and then they let you make your own rub out of, don't ask me what, because I don't remember.
All right.
But there's definitely some salt in there, of course.
Yeah. And some pepper.
Yeah, and some red stuff.
And some red stuff.
And I've used it before, and I tried to smoke in my oven, and it actually worked out pretty well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm not usually... I didn't grow up eating beef or pork, so I'm not. I actually can't eat a lot of. I can't have like a pork shoulder or something.
Okay,
like it makes me physically ill.
Okay,
I guess because I don't know what stuff you need to break down pork, but I don't have it.
You didn't because it was,
I never
missed your window.
I missed my window.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I think the first time that I had pork loin was in college, and I tasted it and was like, this is the best goddamn turkey I have ever had.
That's great.
And then an hour later, I was like laid out on a table trying to sing in my a cappella group rehearsal. And hi, I'm a nerd. Just in case that hasn't been made clear. And just an incredible gastrointestinal discomfort.
Oh my God. And I initially said that's a great story, and then it took a horrific turn.
It's still a good story. It's just not
a
good story.
Oh my God.
But really I made a little brisket, and it was fantastic. I'm getting into beef.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I think it's really cool that you sought out this class and did it with your dad.
Yeah.
And
my first Christmas present, Kwanzaa present, actually, for my dad, once I had a real job, was a smoker that I had on discount because I was, my job was to sell grills, among other things, online. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I got him this like Weber smoker, and years and years later, I'm like, have you used that thing? He's like, I kind of just like don't know what to do. So I was like, all right, we're going to take this class and figure it out. So hopefully he'll smoke me some meats when I go home in a couple of weeks or a week or whatever.
I bet he's gonna. He better. With that newfound knowledge and the grill.
And the grill.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring the rub back? I think he's gonna. No, he's already got his own things going.
I think I might bring the rub back.
Okay, bring the rub back.
Why not? It doesn't take up that much space.
You're bringing rub back.
Bringing rub back. Yep.
Oh my God. 5-year-old, 10-year-old reference. I don't know how old that is right now.
Gosh.
How old is that reference?
Yeah, it's like 10 years old.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, no.
I was thinking, I played that at my wedding. Yeah, we know how that went. I want to thank Dara M Wilson for allowing me to set up in her kitchen
and welcome.
Go into her spice cabinets and get inspired by sardines.
Don't knock it till you try it, people.
Sardines. If everyone could start sending me sardines in the mail.
Oh, I don't know if that's a thing you would ask for.
I just did.
I feel like that can go left real fast.
No, because I think like the only other people listening to this podcast are Zara Abbas and Maya, if I ping her.
And me. free.
Okay, and
I
Dara,
subscribed.
You subscribed. Oh, that's good.
When the new episodes come
write
up.
a review. Write a review.
Write a review.